Goeiemôre almal. I'm Sandra Lotz, and on behalf of SHIRAZ South Africa, I'd like to bid you welcome to our very first online awards function. Can you believe it? This is very new to us and possibly to a lot of you as well, but hang in there. We're not going to keep you very long. Most importantly, you're going to learn about the winners of this year's 2020 SHIRAZ Challenge. Ongelukkig kan ons nou nie hierdie jaar almal bymekaar kom soos ander jare en bietjie die finaliste proe en saamkuier oor lekker kos en wyn en hoor wie's die wenners nie. Ons moes hierdie jaar maar terugval op tegnologie. But hey, thank goodness for technology. Technology made it possible today to be able to look you in the eye and tell you who the winners are going to be. You know, COVID-19 came with the lockdown and it wreaked havoc in all our lives. It turned everything on its head, and the 2020 SHIRAZ Challenge was no exception. But in Afrikaans there's a saying, 'n boer maak 'n plan. En toe maak ons vinnig 'n klompie planne. En toe kon ons 2 weke gelede die beoordeling afhandel. I'm not going to bore you with the details of the ups and downs and the twists and turns we had to take to make it happen. The most important thing is, we did it. We did it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the lady that's going to take us through the proceedings. She's got the honor of announcing the winners to you. Ek dink nie sy het enige bekendstelling nodig nie. Jy het haar al baie te sien gekry op die kassie. Ek stel aan u voor Marcel Hopkins. Marcel, oor aan jou.
Bye, dankie Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. It's an amazing honor and a privilege to be here today. I must say it exceeded all my expectations to see how professional this event was put together with all the challenges we are facing with COVID-19. So I, of course, did some reading on SHIRAZ as I'm not a wine guru. And the interesting fact that I found was that the first SHIRAZ was bottled on Bellingham Wine Farm in 1957. And what makes this very special is the fact that I grew up on Bellingham Wine Farm, and I have very, very fond memories as a little girl growing up on the farm. Also, my fiance and I love drinking SHIRAZ, so I'm very excited to see what must-taste SHIRAZs we must add on our list for all the winners that will be announced today. So I want to welcome the panel for today, Johan Conradi, Edmund ter Blanche, Andy Rodiker. Welcome here today. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
Johan, you are from Vineyards, which has been the main sponsor for 8 years of the SHIRAZ Challenge. Please tell us a bit more about Vineyards.
Thank you, Marcel, and good afternoon, everybody. Vineyards is an international closer company. We specialize in all the different type of wine closers. The company was established in 2013 by a Belgian guy called Mr. Mark Norel. We were in South Africa, formerly known as Juvenile South Africa. We joined the company in 2016. And today I am proud to say that we have 7 factories worldwide, almost 600 employees, and we are supplying more than 2.8 billion closers to 8,000 different clients in 50 countries worldwide. Yeah.
Wow. Why specific this sponsorship for the SHIRAZ Challenge?
Marcel, I think it's important from a supplier point of view to give something back to the industry and to support the industry. But it's also important to be associated with the right company. A few years ago, me and Edmund enjoyed a few glasses of wine, and I mentioned the idea to him, which the idea was, and we started the discussions. And yes, today we are sitting here, Edmund, the 8th year of the sponsorship. And from a Vineyards side of point of view, we are really proud to be part of this association. And I mean, you can see in this function today, first of its kind, and really well done. I'm really privileged.
For sure. Edmund, as chairman of SHIRAZ South Africa, what does this sponsorship mean to you and how do you apply it?
Marcel, yes, it's an organization of winemakers, SHIRAZ Association. So our main aim is to promote SHIRAZ in South Africa and worldwide. So we have a number of events each year that we host, and Top 12 SHIRAZ competition is one of them. It gives us a platform to give SHIRAZ as a category a lift, and then also get our benchmarks for the particular year out of this competition. So we are grateful, and we cannot host this type of thing. This will be followed up by a technical day in November, and we cannot do it without the sponsors. So thanks again, Garrett. It's not only the money involved, it's also the fact that he's part of the industry, emotional support, and in other years they will also fly out an international judge to give more objectivity to the competition. Yeah. So there's more than just the financial support. We're grateful as a SHIRAZ Association for the sponsorship.
Andy, you have been the chairman of the judging panel for a couple of years. How do you think this year's entries compare to previous years in terms of numbers and quality?
Well, I've been part of the panel for 9 years, since inception. Let's first address the number of entries. We were actually up on last year, despite the current situation, which I think is very encouraging. Also, the quality this year, the balance, the length, the intensity, the complexity of the wines impressed me most. And I think it's been the best year so far. Wow. If you think that 2015 was a stellar vintage year, our young category really impressed me beyond the 2015. Maybe indicating that there is a vintage after 2015 which is as good, if not better. So the quality, I must say, across the board really impressed me.
How would you say that the top quality wines compare with global competitors?
I think South Africa can be very proud of SHIRAZ and SYRAH. If we compare it to New Zealand, Australia, Argentina's probably got the 3rd largest planting of SHIRAZ. If we compare it to Paso Robles, California, and of course France, I think South Africa competes very well on all levels with the rest of the world in SHIRAZ. We really do not need to stand back at all.
And you would know because he's a world traveler, importer, winemaker, Cape Wine Master. So thanks, Andy.
Pleasure. It's really, I just wish the world would recognize the quality of our SHIRAZ, because we got nothing to stand back for.
That's great to hear. Makes me very proud. And I don't even know that much of wine. Edmund, you added a new rosé category this year.
Yes. Each year we sit and we think, how can we lift SHIRAZ a little bit more? And we're in winter time, we're drinking lovely red wine, SHIRAZ, and we extended this now to summer. We added rosé. So it's a natural part of rosé worldwide. It makes a lovely rosé, and we just thought it's time to bring in rosé. It's also more fashionable internationally. We had not so many entries as we would like, but I think we can look at the criteria again and allow more rosés to enter in this competition. But we're very excited, and it was nice wines.
Great. Well, I think with that said, it's time to announce the winners for this category. Okay, so we have 2 runners-up in this category and 1 winner. So the runners-up are Zandvliet SHIRAZ Rosé 2020, and Kleinwood Catherine Rosé 2019. We have a rent crowd here. The crew is helping us to create the feeling of a crowd on this side. And the winner is Stellenbosch Hills POLKADRAAI Rosé 2020. Congratulations. Andy, so we have the SHIRAZ and the Rosé, but there's also a category for blends. Please tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, the SHIRAZ blends in the past have been very difficult to judge because obviously they blended with different varieties, and quite often the other varieties may kind of interfere with the SHIRAZ. I think the winemakers in South Africa have sort of conquered that side of it, and all the blends that we make with SHIRAZ really are in harmony, and it shows that SHIRAZ is an exceptionally good varietal to blend with. What South Africa's got different to the rest of the world is the rest of the world blends SHIRAZ essentially with one other variety, whereas we can blend it with, say, Pinotage, with Cabernet, or anything else. So it kind of expands the category. And I must say, from a judging point of view, this year, the older category, you must remember, we don't reveal vintages. We got a category for 3 vintages. So the older category was very accessible, very approachable, and in my mind was actually better than the young category. And it shows that these blends can age very well. Edmund, you've been part of the panel for a couple of years. What do you think about the blends?
Also, Andy, yes, I got the feeling that these wines will age brilliantly. Solid wines, very nice wines. I feel very, personally, very strong about the blend category. I feel that's the way forward very often for SHIRAZ. It's the most planted red variety in the country. We can just as well get a South African type of blend, being it with the help of Pinotage. They already have a Cape blend in their category. But I feel that the blends is the way forward. Just comparing it with the south of France. You don't have single varietal SHIRAZs in the south of France. They blend, and we can compare ourselves more to the south of France than the northern Rhone. So I hope this category grow and we make beautiful wines in the future. There's about 40 entries, but yeah, let's see who performed this year.
I hope you have a glass of SHIRAZ with you as you are watching this virtual event so that you can at least cheers and celebrate with us. So in the blends category, we have 3 runners-up and 3 winners. So the runners-up are LOMOND Belladonna SMV 2018. ELIM SMV 2015. KOVE WILDEBERG Dr. Charles Niehaus 2016. Congratulations. Or cheers. Okay. And the winners are STRANDVELD the Navigator 2017. SARONSBERG Full Circle 2018. BABYLONSTOREN BABEL 2018. Congratulations. So, any comments from you guys, the feedback?
Well, I think, first of all, what comes to mind is the diversity of regions. I mean, we've got from ELIM, the southernmost vineyard to SARONSBERG. It's really that you cannot pinpoint one single region, but it's diversified across the entire winemaking region. Edmund?
Yeah, familiar brands for me is strong SHIRAZ people, ELIM or STRANDVELD and SARONSBERG, and all-round good performer lately, BABYLONSTOREN. So no big surprises, good wines, good areas, good winemakers. So congratulations to them.
Andy, I've heard there's a very unique system for the judging process. So what does this entail, and what is the benefits related to it?
Yes, I'm actually very excited about it. First of all, we stopped declaring vintages a couple of years back because one of the judges said, 2015 is a stellar vintage. And then obviously all the judges think, wait, you know, maybe I must score it up. So we got categories, and the first category is obviously in the SHIRAZ competition is 19, 18, 17, and then second category, the next three vintages, third category, so forth. Because I want the judge to judge what's in the glass, not the vintage. So that's the first point. The second thing is we taste in flights of 10. So the judges around the table each got a different flight. So if Edmund, for instance, says, well, he wouldn't, but if he's kind of excited about the first wine, I can't be excited because I don't have the same flight. So that puts a lot of pressure on the pourers, but it's a uniquely fair system. And lastly, what we've done is once the judging of the SHIRAZ category is over, we take the top 30 wines and we rejudge them. So this year it was on the fourth day. And what's good about that? It eliminates palate fatigue. Some people don't rise up early in the morning. They kind of only awaken in midday. But it gives you an insight to stretch your scores on the top 30 to get the top 20, to get the top 12. So those three unique factors, I think, set us aside from any other competition. But may I add, this year, the top 30 were so close that, you know, if you didn't make it, you're there. It's really, the top 30 are excellent quality.
Okay. So the competition was very strong.
It's strong, and I think we go in there to be as fair as possible.
Edmund, in Afrikaans gesê, die wêreld is hierdie jaar op sy kop gedraai met die COVID-19 en al sy uitdagings. What were the challenges that you faced with the SHIRAZ challenge, and how did you overcome that?
Yeah, it came very suddenly. First of all, our event was supposed to be in this lockdown, and very early on we realized we're not going to get all the judges together, the overseas judges. We decided we're going to wait and see, and ons gaan liewer uitstel as afstel staan. And so what happened is we got a gap there in the middle. After they opened up sales, alcohol sales again, we immediately jumped into action and got a date. And must say we're very grateful there for WILDEBERG to accommodate us in difficult conditions. And then coincidentally, the timing was just great because the wine was delivered on the Friday, and that Sunday, Mr. Ramaphosa announced the bad news for the industry. So we basically tasted wines. That's the positive thing about being on a panel. We could drink our wines, taste wines. I think the judges swallowed also a little bit because it was now, there was less wine at home. So then with the help of sanitizers, masks, gloves and everything, we pulled it together, and there I must give a lot of credit to our secretary. She's the most senior in our committee. Second senior me, because I adapt very difficult to these technology and new things. Sandra did great to organize for us things in difficult conditions. And we had, in the end of the day, we call it the short version of a tasting smaller panel, the Duckwood Lewis panel. And we got it through, and it worked well. There was a lot of agreement, less discrepancies. So there was positives in this. We will remember this year very, very strongly. Apart from you know, Nederburg, I must also thank other people that helped us, like the Exceed Group, the auditors. We had Wine MS that handled the data. We had Riedel that gave us discount on our trophies. We have coastal labels with the stickers. We have this company, Solid Group, that accommodated us to put up this beautiful set and to allow us to do something for the industry and bring some good news in this times. So yeah, we will remember this year.
Ek dink baie mense sou met julle wou plekke ruil om ook deel van die proepaneel te wees, soos jy sê, want dink meer van hulle het gesluk as geproe hierdie jaar. But congratulations with still putting this event together in very challenging times. I can imagine it must have been frustrating, and at some point you wanted to pull your hair out of your head, but I think it's amazing what you were able to put together.
Interessant, ons het ook terwyl ons gejudge het tussen in koffie gedrink, en ons het 'n klagte daar gehad dat die judges drink hulle koffie sonder maskers. So is maar een van die moeilike koffiedrink sessies in my lewe.
I wanted to ask, were you supposed to smell through a mask, or were you allowed to take it off?
No, it's like today we arrived in masks, and then we take it off and maintain social distancing.
Okay, but with no further ado, I think it's time to announce our SHIRAZ finalists for 2020. So there were 8 finalists before we announce the winners. I don't know how to build suspense if there's not a live audience, so I don't know if I should just take a little pause, but I hope you're excited. Okay, I'm going to start with Rus en Vrede Estate Vineyards, SYRAH 2017. Lamot Pierneef, SYRAH Viognier 2017. Bloemendal Tierberg, SYRAH 2014. De Grendel SHIRAZ 2016. Alto SHIRAZ 2017. Benguela Cove Lighthouse SYRAH 2017. Rickety Bridge SHIRAZ 2017. And Stellenview Cape 5 Reserve SHIRAZ 2017. Congratulations to all the finalists. Should I ask for feedback and build suspense, or should I just go on? What do you think?
I think hulle het my gediskwalifiseer omdat ek in die panel was.
Well, okay, then I'm not going to stress the situation longer, and we are going to announce our 12 winners for the SHIRAZ Challenge 2020. KOELFONTEIN SHIRAZ 2017. KUNJANI SHIRAZ 2015. FLAGSTONE Dark Horse SHIRAZ 2016. Benguela Cove Estate SHIRAH 2018. TRIZANNE Reserve SHIRAZ 2018. WILDEBERG Red 2019. LOMOND Estate SHIRAZ 2018. SARONSBERG SHIRAZ 2018. LEEUWENKUIL Family Vineyards SHIRAZ 2017. Old Road Wine Company Pepperwind SYRAH 2017. BABYLONSTOREN SHIRAZ 2018. And last but not least, the GRENDEL ELIM SHIRAZ 2018. Congratulations! A massive congratulations to you all, and I think cheers from our side. I really do hope you have a glass of Shiraz with you. You will collect your trophies and your wine labels in the near future. And then I want to say drive safe, but that's not applicable for today, so be safe, keep safe. And then we want to say a massive thanks to Solid Studios for providing this amazing venue and putting this event together. We really appreciate it. And then until the Shiraz 2021 challenge, hopefully it will be a live event. Then again, we'll keep fingers crossed for that. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Cheers.
Cheers.